This is a dark day, and I stand at a fork in the road.
Call of Duty Roman Wars was set to be a first and third person action-adventure game to be released around 2013. While the game was initially developed for PS3 and Xbox 360, the timing of its release could have seen it eventually arrive as a launch title for Xbox One and PS4. The game was in development around 2008 at Vicarious Visions, a developer Activision had bought out in 2005 and who now work mainly on the Skylander series. At the time, the success of the Call of Duty series prompted Activision to get experimental and the publisher put out a call for pitches. We're told that Activision gave some studios an opportunity to test their capabilities on the franchise, and whoever had the winning idea would get to take on the IP. One of those was this very different idea. Roman Wars would have followed a soldier in Julius Caesar's 10th Legion, effectively the Spec Ops of its day. The game was ultimately never signed, and until now all people have seen is a leaked segment of an internal presentation. Having heard about Activision's call for pitches, Vicarious Visions assembled a small internal group called Fireteam to work on a prototype which our sources tell me initially started out as basically a new Call of Duty but with an overhead Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2 camera, which was the game the studio was working on at the time. As part of the game's development, Fireteam assembled this video mood board showing both cinematic and gaming references they wanted to hit. Films like 300 and Gladiator were used to show the tone, while games like Condemned, Assassin's Creed and Zero Clash outlined plans for both a third and first-person combat system. At this stage, the game promised settings such as fighting at sea, in forests, a coliseum and across plains, in a campaign that would have followed Julius Caesar's Commentarii de Bello Gallico, an account of the 9 years the Emperor spent fighting Germanic and Celtic armies in Gaul. Like Call of Duty at the time, this would have involved a number of different perspectives from within the 10th Legion. The player would have taken on the role of officers and grunts, archers and cavalry, right the way up to Caesar himself as a commander. To sell this idea to Activision, the Fireteam built a single level focusing on the historical Battle of Alesia. This is that level. After a speech from Caesar, you'd go riding into battle and engage with archers at a siege. There were 3 ways to do this, developed to show various ways of fighting. As well as directly engaging enemies, there was a siege tower you could use to return fire with arrows, catapults to command, and a rideable elephant, described as the game's tank. This would provide you with a mobile platform to take cover in and fight from while it trampled enemies underfoot. The level followed a single character called Titus Polo and was designed to show the various facets of gameplay such as a third and first-person combat system, along with a range of weapons such as a sword and shield, spear, axe and other equipment like catapults, siege towers, rideable horses and of course the elephants. By this stage the game was using a shoulder-hugging Gears of War style camera, but the studio also developed another smaller section to show off some first-person combat. This would take place in a coliseum and was described as a sort of gladiator style. It demonstrated a fighting style modelled very heavily on the 2005 game Condemned: Criminal Origins. It used a system with a shield and a sword to block, parry and attack enemies and was described as a fun mechanic. There were even plans to include an ability to grab handfuls of sand and throw them in enemies' eyes to blind them. The game was received well when it was presented to Activision and was even shown to the president and CEO Bobby Kotick. However, while the general idea was well liked, there was reluctance to attach the Call of Duty branding to such a radically different idea. Unfortunately, certain members of Fireteam really wanted to develop the game for the license, and that appears to have led to an end in the development. Activision went with a pitch that would eventually become Advanced Warfare, and afraid of oversaturating the market, decided not to pick up Roman Wars. Would you have liked to see Call of Duty go in this direction? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more gaming news, reviews, previews and features right here on Games Radar Plus.